Chat, we aren't messing around today, looking to get some elo back. As you can see, depressingly, 287. So I'm gonna get right to it, dude. Not even gonna waste time. I don't like the elo that I'm at. Good. This guy's retarded. He wants to play like an idiot. Just fine with me. He's trying to pretend like that's a good thing, what he did right there. We all know it is not. Why is he thinking so hard, dude? Come on. You're the one that wanted to start with fucking... Hmm. 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 This guy's fucking cheeky, isn't he? Cause at first I was like, alright. Now it's looking kinda... kinda scary here. Hold on a second. Alright, he wants to do that. I'll do this. I should have took my opportunity when I had it. I go, he takes. Okay, I'll go here. I feel like I do want to take that right there. Hmm. I take, say he take, yeah, nah. I feel like just moving back one is a good idea. Alright. I think if I go, I don't really want to give the check. Oof, this sucks. This sucks. I think I have to give the check. Uh, hmm. Ah, no, the blunder. The blunder. Ah, fuck, he's gonna see it. It's not gonna matter. He's gonna see it. Oh, I didn't see it, or maybe he did. Oof, either fucking way, dude. Okay, he didn't see it actually. That actually saved me. Holy. Oh, alright, maybe I should go. Maybe I could go here. Hmm. Ah, he could take if he'd like. Damn, dude. I'm just. Oh, man, dude. I'm having a terrible time. Just going down, man. I should have won, too. I was up so much there. Is this guy for real? Is this guy for real? That's cute. That's cute. This guy was dead ass. I'll move back one. And the plans go here, here, oh, whoops. Here, 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 here. Hopefully it's clean fucking dips off somewhere somehow. If not, I like this here. It's clean moved. Exactly what we needed. We'll go here. He can trade if he like. I really, really hope he doesn't. What a fucking weirdo, bro. That is just strange, man. Dude, that is just fucking weird, bro. That was just fucking weird. Now, what good does that do any of us here? Fucking queer, bro. I hate playing guys like this. Fucking hate playing guys like this. It's all good, though. It's all good, though. Don't you worry. Alright, he threw his little horse right there. Ah, this fucking guy, yo. What a fucking nerd, yo. Seriously. At least this is free. Mm, he has no way to get over there, so I ain't worried about it. I think I wanna pin that nigga. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do that. Damn, that's so corny, bro. This guy's weird. I hate playing guys like this. I'm up 3 here. I ain't even playing. I want to hear, bro. That's crazy.
The Democrat minority leader, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, has announced a new resolution explicitly condemning me for anti-Semitism, white supremacy, racism. It's an anti-Fuentes bill in the United States Senate. And I guess I am now an enemy of the U.S. Senate? Is that what it has come to? For doing a talk show. So that'll be our main story. We'll see where it goes. I don't know if they're going to bring it to a vote. And I'm sure if they did, it would pass. But it's pretty disturbing. And although I can't say for certain, I think this would be the first time ever in the history of the United States that the United States Senate has condemned a private individual by name. Somebody asked ChatGPT. I don't know how reliable that is, and I don't know off the top of my head, but I believe, at least in my lifetime, this is the first time a private individual would ever be condemned, whatever that even means. So we'll talk about the resolution, like I said, put forward by the Democrats, by Chuck Schumer, and I imagine if it came to the floor, it wouldn't be controversial. I'm sure it would be unanimously adopted, which is kind of scary. So we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk tonight about a couple of other stories. If we have time, we'll get into Saudi Arabia. I know it's been a couple of days, and I've wanted to get into it, but we just haven't had a lot of time. The other thing I'd like to talk about tonight is bombshell story getting no media coverage at all. And you know I read the news every day. I read the Washington Post. I read the New York Times. I read Axios. I read everything. And this hardly got any coverage, and I would guess you probably have not heard of it. Most of the stories I cover on the show, they're front page stories. It's all over social media. It's all over the timeline. This is one that if you're not tapped in, if you're not doing the research, you might not have ever heard of it.
That's a fucking weirdo.
And what's more, even if you did, you might not know the significance of it. And what I'm referring to is that this week, our United States ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee from Fox News, met with a convicted Israeli spy by the name of Jonathan Pollard. Now, for those that don't know a ton about the history of U.S.-Israel relations, because you're not an anti-Semite, because you're not obsessed with Israel, maybe that name means nothing to you. But if you are initiated, if you do know the score, you know that Jonathan Pollard is one of the most infamous and damaging traitors to the United States of America in history.
Dude, I'm just losing
He
Elo,
is the
bro.
only spy who spied on behalf of a U.S. ally that was sentenced to life in prison. That's how bad he was. He gave thousands, tens of thousands of documents while he worked for the U.S. government to Israeli intelligence. Documents which might imperil the lives of U.S. intelligence operatives. He was convicted decades ago, served decades in prison. He was pardoned by President Trump in his first term as a favor to Benjamin Netanyahu, where he was then sent home to Israel. He received a warm welcome there by Benjamin Netanyahu. I believe he was flown there on Sheldon Adelson's private jet, if I'm not mistaken. And when he arrived in Israel, he said that he was always loyal to Israel and the Jewish people over the United States, despite working for the U.S. government, living inside the United States. He was a dual loyalist. This has been a major source of friction between Israel and the United States, or was when Pollard was in prison. Now Mike Huckabee held a meeting with him, didn't disclose it to the CIA, might not have even disclosed it to the U.S. State Department. Nobody's really sure who knew about it, when they knew about it, who approved of it. The White House says they were not aware of the meeting, allegedly was kept off the schedule so that nobody would be aware of it. But this just speaks to the wider problem that is happening inside this government in particular, the government in general, but this Trump government in particular. How many examples of this do you need to see before you get it and you realize we have a problem? I think about the Israeli government official who was caught in Nevada in a sting where they were trying to find child sexual predators. He was allowed to escape by a Trump-appointed prosecutor, by the Trump-appointed Department of Justice. Remember that only a few months ago? Now this. Mike Waltz was dismissed in the spring because they caught him communicating with the Israeli government using an encrypted messaging app created by Israel. They said he was working for Netanyahu to push us into a war with Iran. How much of it do you need to see? And by the way, does it make you an anti-Semite for noticing? Does it make you obsessed, crazy, hateful? Hey, Tucker, am I engaging in blood guilt? If I notice a pattern here, this is a real problem. So we'll talk about that too. Should be a pretty good show. Hopefully we get to everything tonight, as I do want to get into the story
God,
about
I'm
the
just
deal
so
with Saudi
bad,
Arabia.
dude.
I guess it's really just more background stuff. So that'll be our lower priority for tonight. But before we get into it, I want to remind you to smash the follow button on Rumble, smash the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show. Get the merch at Fuentes.store. We have our hats for sale. Make sure you get them before Black Friday and Christmas. No promises on the fulfillment time. We're lagging a little bit just because we're selling too many of them. We did a pre-order, and we had stock when we put them on sale. I think we had about 1,000 of them, but we're selling thousands of hats, so we're lagging behind a bit. But Fuentes.store, get the hats, get the t-shirt as well. We have the Wang Half t-shirt. Subscribe and become an America First Plus member at americafirst.plus. $15 a month, get access to the whole archive. $100 a month, you're in a group chat with me, hanging out. You can talk to me, tag me, whatever you want. I might not be super friendly, but I'm definitely in there, and I'm chopping it up with the niggas, with the homeboys. Also, we finally got the Rumble Super Chats figured out. So we have Super Chats now on Rumble. You can use it, and I will be reading them tonight because we finally integrated with the Rumble website, so I'll be able to see those. So if you send in a Super Chat on Rumble, I'll be reading that going forward. What else? I might be doing a show tomorrow. I might not. I definitely am not doing a show on Monday. So there's no show Monday. I might do a show tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. Just a heads up, just letting you know. I'll be a little busy bee over the weekend. The other thing, before we get into the news, I do just want to say this very, very quickly. And I do not want to spend too much time on it, but I did just want to react to this. I tweeted a couple of days ago about this video that I saw. It was an interview with Roseanne Barr. And the only reason I want to bring this up for your consideration, go and check it out on my Twitter if you didn't see it. If you're not following me already, make sure to follow me and check out this video. I think I tweeted it 2 or 3 days ago. It's an interview with Roseanne Barr and I think some other Jewish guy. And for those who don't know, Roseanne Barr is a Jewish comedian from the show Roseanne, which maybe you've heard of. They had a reboot some years ago for the younger generation. Anyway, very famous, very big on television, very pro-Trump, very conservative. You might remember she got canceled a few years ago, I think because she called one of Obama's attorney generals a monkey or something. Was it Loretta Lynch? Or it was one of the Obama officials who was black. Roseanne said she looked like a monkey and she got canceled. Anyway, you might know her from that. I saw this video of her. She's in an interview with some guy, and she's talking about Israel. And she said something really interesting. She said that if the United States stops supporting Israel, she says, America will fall. and America will get what it deserves. She said, and Israel will just move on to some other country like India or China. She said, America will fall. And I saw this video, and I was truly shocked. Watch the way she says it. I might even pull it up and just play it, just so you could hear it. Because I was a little bit taken aback. I'll pull up and I'll play just the audio so you can hear it. You can hear it in her voice.
America's turning on it. I don't know that if America's turning on Israel, then America deserves what's going to happen to them for it.
It'll be worse for America than Israel.
It will, because Israel will just move on to India and other countries, and America will fall.
Not just that, the sleeper cells.
America will fall, and that's what they want. I mean,
This is a dub, pussy. I deserve this one.
You hear that? You hear that in her voice? You hear that in her voice, the way she says America
I really
will
deserve
fall.
this one.
Well, listen
I
again.
don't know that if America's turning on Israel, then America deserves what's going to happen to
Take a
them
piss real
for it.
quick.
It'll be worse for America than Israel.
It will, because Israel will just move on to India and other countries, and America will fall.
Not just that, the sleeper cells.
America will fall, and
America will fall, she says. The reason I play that clip and the reason I even bring it up, I try to show you things like this so you get a feel. Because I can give you the information like we did last night. We could talk about the World Jewish Congress. We could talk about the Tikva Fund. I could give you the information and the history, and that's out there. But I want to give you a sampling, a feel for the Jewish consciousness. And that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's really not. There are Jewish people, and Jewish people have a sense of identity, which is different than the sense of identity that white people have. They think about things from a different perspective than we do, like anybody does. Black people have a different perspective of America, for example, because they were brought here as slaves against their will, so they have a very particular view. And white people have a particular viewpoint. Muslims have a particular viewpoint. Maybe they got a chip on their